Hey, Cam Dunlap here. Thanks for joining me for this short video. I'm about to take a little tour of the Vacant House data feed. Now, I'm very excited about this program because I can actually log in and quickly pull up known verified vacant houses in my area or anywhere in the country that I want to search on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, in fact, I should point out, on my most recent search, I was actually looking, you can see here, in Port St. Lucie, Florida. So I'm sitting in Corning, New York right now, but in Port St. Lucie, Florida, where I do a lot of deals, I utilize the Vacant House data feed in multiple markets. And what's awesome is I can push the houses that are of interest, the vacant houses that are of interest, I can push them right to my bird dogs in the iFlip system, and then they'll go and preview them for me. So what I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to just quickly go to New York and then whoops, wrong county there. We're going to go to Steuben County, and then we're going to go to Corning. And so we'll initiate a new search with that. We're going to turn off these filters. There we go. So we've got 50. We've got a total of 50 vacant houses today in Corning. This is updated on a regular basis. And what I want to do is I want to look at them on the map, because this is very interesting to me because I like certain parts of town. And so I'll just simply zoom in, and we'll take a careful look at those, and then you'll get a sense for which part of town I want to be looking at and how useful, there we go, the map is to do that. So I particularly like this area here, which is called the Southside Hill, and there are some houses that actually have an interesting view, and so we're going to look at those. Now, another filter that I'm going to apply real quickly is the matching address filter. So what that does is it gets me the houses that are where the site address, like for example here here's the owner listed by the tax assessor at 296 West 3rd Street, and that's the address of the vacant house. Well, when the owner's information is that of the vacant house, it makes it pretty interesting, because now that's that sort of dead end where other investors would go away and where we would utilize findtheseller.com and get a skip trace going so that we can find these owners easily. So that's the matching owners, and then there's also, you can do a quick search on out-of-state owners. All right, so this one's, there was a, let's see, I saved some leads here. That's one of the nice things that I can do, is this one right here at 339 West 3rd Street. This one's of interest to me. It's owned by an LLC in Sands Point, New York, which I think is Long Island. And so that's one of interest, and I'm going to put that on our little tour. The next thing we'll do in the next video is I'm going to take you on a tour. We're going to go look at some of these houses. I've actually saved a few leads right here. I had a whole bunch more in here, but I took them out just to keep it clean. But I've saved a few of these leads that are really important to us and that we'll go and have a look at. So what's important to note is that with the Vacant House data feed, I've got vacant house information updated on a monthly basis, handed to me, made available across the country in a real easy-to-use interface where there's all sorts of really interesting filters and ways to sort. So I can look for over-leveraged houses in particular. So if I'm looking for short sale opportunities, down here we have the equity slider. In the counties where mortgage information is reported, we actually designed an algorithm that'll calculate the mortgage balance based on when it was originated and the amount of the original loan. So where that information is recorded, and that's not everywhere, but where it is, we can even show you houses with equity, from no equity to all the way to free and clear. So you can set the filter and say, well, I want to see houses that have at least 30% equity, meaning the difference between the estimated market value and their mortgage balance is 30%. So now you're dealing with a seller that we know has some equity. And in a county where we are able to get mortgage information where it's reported, we'll display it right here on the property details page as well. So I can give you an example of that real quick. In Florida, in St. Lucie County, which is where I was just searching before I started the video here. Hang on one second. We gotta, let's see, we're gonna do that. And then we're gonna go to Port St. Lucie, and we'll go ahead and narrow that down to Port St. Lucie. Okay, so now what we have is houses here in this county. Mortgage information is reported. That one had a 0 balance, so it was free and clear. Here's another one. Let's look at this one. Yeah, see, here's a calculated mortgage balance of $87,000. So it has an estimated market value of $178,000 and a calculated mortgage balance of $87,000. You know, there's a lot of equity there. So that's a seller that you want to be talking to. So, and then if you prefer, by the way, I should show you real quick, we also have a list view. So there's a sort of a thumbnail view, and then there's a list view, which is perhaps a little bit more comprehensive, and then we can just go right to the property details page from here. And again, calculated mortgage information. Now here's one that is over leveraged. Okay, so we have an estimated market value of $100,000, and we have a calculated mortgage balance of $131,000. That one's over leveraged. So in a county, again, where we are being reported that information, we can search on over-leveraged houses, and look at that, I ended up with 242 in Port St. Lucie, Florida, where the mortgage balance exceeds the estimated market value. So with the vacant house data feed, we're getting vacant house information, but then we can drill in a lot deeper and look at certain aspects of the particular scenario, and we can filter and really drill in and go after the sellers that we believe are going to be the most motivated, the most willing to sell at a price that works for us as investors. This is by far and away the most powerful tool of its kind, and I am thrilled to have it at my fingertips. Thanks for watching this quick video.